Today is my last day in corporate.
TikTok, I do not want to work in corporate America anymore. Like, I just want to go get a little retail job that I don't care about.
I just quit my job.
On March 17th, I submitted a letter of my immediate resignation from the law firm that I was employed at.
This is why I quit my 9-to-5 corporate job.
2 days ago, I had to quit my corporate job because my doctor said I was severely depressed. Story time.
I had to pull over to make this because I just quit my corporate job and I have no idea what's next. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next?
They say Gen Z just doesn't want to work, but maybe it's that we just don't want to have to suffer for a paycheck.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
But no, really, why does it feel like Gen Zers, including myself, can't last at a job for more than a couple of years? Meanwhile, our parents and great-grandparents were at jobs for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Like, what's really going on? Well, I did some research. And the answer to this question might shock you. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's talk about it. The old American dream. You go to college, you get a job, you climb that corporate ladder, you buy a home, you live happily ever after. Wrong. The reality is paying off thousands and thousands in student debt, low pay, no stability, no retirement in sight. Social Security is drying up as we speak. The economy is declining. Things are getting more expensive while the pay isn't going up. You used to be able to get a regular job and afford an average home. Now rent is barely affordable and home buying seems like it's virtually impossible. Gen Z is being blamed for being lazy or not wanting to work, when in reality, we just don't want to have to struggle for the rest of our lives. Rent is 3 times higher, food insecurity is rising, and the entry-level jobs that we're supposed to be able to get straight out of college now require 10 years of experience and 2 degrees.
Hold on.
How does that even make sense? The older generations, boomers, aren't understanding or acknowledging that they entered the workforce at a very different period, when degrees were cheaper, when housing was more affordable. I mean, who wouldn't be demoralized by this? I mean, let's be real. Corporate America has always had problems. But Gen Z is built different, and we decided that we're not going to tolerate those problems. And one of those major problems outside of the pay is the toxic corporate work culture. One thing a Gen Zer is not going to put up with is microaggressions, is micromanaging, office politics, etc. Because if you've ever worked in a corporate environment, you know it isn't just about showing up and doing your job. You have to kind of play into this game of like tit for tat. It's very almost like high school, like 50-year-olds that were stunted in the 9th grade, now holding supervisor positions and have decided to make it their life's mission to terrorize younger people coming into the workforce. Whether it be what's considered professional as far as hair or clothing or even shoes go.
Okay, for those of y'all who wondering why I'm not at work, because this is your sign to go ahead and quit your job. I went to work today, outfit, shoes, very cutesy. I am currently in Walmart buying these because my job said that these are not professional and that is too casual. And something about a job telling me what's too casual pisses me off. This is 2025 and I just feel like everyone needs to evolve. So why am I having to wear lemon pepper steppers when I can wear cute sea poppers? I'm irritated.
playing into the little microaggressive comments that some older, non-POC employees or teammates might make, playing into the social politics, going to happy hours with people that you would never hang out with outside of this office. And if you don't, you're looked at as if there's something wrong with you. It just doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, there's a very normalized culture of overworking and underpaying their employees. It's not gonna cut it.
Oh, just give me my money. Just give me my money. Okay. Give me my money. Okay.
Like, maybe if it was just showing up, putting in your 8 hours and going home, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But as many people, especially if you are a minority, if you are queer, or anything other than white and male, then it can be very difficult for us in these very toxic corporate environments that can oftentimes make it very clear that you're an outsider, and we want to keep it that way. And then on top of all of this, they want to be on our backs 24/7. They want you to log what you're doing every second of the day. Is the work getting done or not? Okay. At this point, I think it's less about the work and more about control. You do all of your work, okay, it's expected. They give you extra work, it's also expected. But then whenever you go in and ask for a pay raise, all of a sudden it's crickets. That's not expected. You're giving more work for the same pay. How does that make sense? Oh, but we'll throw y'all a pizza party though. Oh, let's have popsicle Fridays. We're gonna bring everybody popsicles. That should be enough. Don't bother bringing lunch. We're gonna cover it.
Because I don't need any of that. I need some water and my check. And that's all I need, honey. I show up, I do what you asked me to do, and goodbye.
Keep your dominoes. And don't get me started on those companies that want to make you feel like you're a family. Well, this family is very toxic, okay? This family is very dysfunctional. And families don't fire you for requesting a raise or using too many of your PTO days. Another thing Gen Zers do not play about is mental health and well-being. And corporate America just doesn't care. Now, while some of our parents and grandparents bragged about never taking a day off in 20 years, Gen Zers take their mental health days very, very, very serious, okay? And if that means using up all my PTO, then I must use up all my PTO, because I'm not about to let a job kill me, because y'all are gonna have somebody else in my seat by next week.
One of my coworkers died last week, and before she was even buried, her job was just posted to be refilled. No tribute, no time, just moving on. And it hit me hard how replaceable we all are to the companies that we give everything to. You show up, you work late, you care, but the second you're gone, whether it's death, burnout, breakdown, they're already filling your seat. And it makes you ask, why am I sacrificing my mental health for this? If you're struggling to focus, to function, to feel like yourself, please hear me when I say this. You are not your job. Your worth is not tied to your productivity. Take care of your body, protect your mind. Because when it all falls apart, the system won't hold for you.
And that's the truth. Employees will go to their employer and complain about being tired, short-staffed, overworked, and they will look you dead in your eyes and say, well, have you tried the free meditation app that comes with our health insurance? No, Janet, I actually haven't had the time because I'm burnt out and mentally drained, and you won't approve my day off. So no, I have not. According to the 2023 Deloitte Global Survey, nearly 46% of Gen Z and 38% of millennials feel stressed or anxious at work, most of or all of the time. If that many people feel burnt out and mentally exhausted from the job, then it's not the people, it's the jobs. Duh. So the result of all of this is that Gen Zers are walking out. I mean, it almost feels like it's a mass exodus. I don't know if it's just my TikTok feed, but it feels like I've been seeing more and more videos of Gen Zers and even younger millennials saying that they're done with corporate America. If not temporarily, then for good. And honestly, until these corporate jobs start to value people as people and not just workhorses and machines, I don't see this trend dying down in the slightest. I only foresee it getting worser.
Wow, the pressure is getting worse.
Now, I really want to touch on the statement that so many older people love to make. And that is that young people just simply don't want to work these days. Oh, back in my day, I worked 3 jobs and I went home and took care of my kids and I didn't complain. I never took a day off. These kids these days are so soft. All they do is complain about their mental health. I did it all, and I was perfectly fine. Oh, were you, Janet? Is that why you would go home and beat your kids? Is that why you were chain smoking a pack of cigarettes a day? Is that why you would sit in your car for 30 minutes every day after getting off of work, crying your eyes out? Is that why so many people as young as 50 even are dealing with health-related issues due to chronic stress? Is this not true, Janet? You in fact did not deal with it well, actually. And can we also acknowledge that when you entered the workforce in 1977, that 1-bedroom apartments weren't $2,500 a month? Can we acknowledge that? You had something to look forward to. Meanwhile, Gen Zers are getting off of their jobs and going home to their overpriced apartments with 6 roommates, if they're lucky. But back to what I was saying. The fact of the matter is that Gen Zers do want to work. They're actually applying to jobs left and right, but can't seem to get hired.
I've applied for 1,142 jobs. Here's the results. So out of the 1,000 jobs that I applied for, I got 82 interviews. Yes, 82 interviews. Of those first round interviews, 47 of them turned into second round interviews. Then we got 11 final interviews, and then I got 1 job offer. 1 job offer. So here are my final results from using the Sprout app to get me interviews. 996 jobs ghosted me, 142 jobs rejected me, and I accepted 1 job offer. Hopefully this one goes as planned, but like for more.
The whole this younger generation just simply doesn't want to work conversation has been happening for centuries. Every generation has said that about the next generation for centuries. Boomers said it about millennials, millennials say it about Gen Z, and Gen Zers will probably say it about Gen Alpha. So yeah, we're trying our best, but it's kind of hard to try your best when the goalpost is constantly moving. We were told that if we went to college, we would be guaranteed a job. And then we went to college and now we need 2 degrees and a bunch of experience. How is that fair to us? And then on top of that, we're left with thousands upon thousands in debt, and the cost of living is at an all-time high. We can't afford anything. It's giving we were scammed. We were sold a dream. And then the second we hit the markers, the finish line was moved to the other side of the world. We saw the generations before us grind themselves into the ground, literally. They burnt themselves out for these companies that didn't give 2 craps about them. Companies that were celebrating their tenured employees by giving them goodie bags with Chips Ahoy and a company pin in it.
Burger King employee works for 27 years with a perfect attendance record, and when they retire, they get a goodie bag, movie passes, coffee mug, and Reese's Pieces. If you're working for a company, I have some bad news. Sit down. You know your company has a mission or visions or values. It's all fake. The company's mission is a made-up fantasy. Its values is an illusion. And the vision, that's a marketing gimmick. I know, you don't want to believe me. I mean, how could I be right? You read it on the website. During orientation, you saw it on the slide kit. And during the all-hands town hall meeting, they were talking about how they stand for the betterment of society and creating world peace. And in the interview, they asked you to memorize and regurgitate them in real time. I'm really sorry I have to break this to you. Your company's mission is to increase shareholder value. Your company's vision is to increase shareholders' value. Your company values increasing shareholder value.
We learned from the older generation that loyalty gets us nowhere. So a lot of Gen Zers have decided we're just simply not interested in that tomfoolery. With the rise of social media, a lot of Gen Zers are opening their eyes and realizing that you don't always have to follow the traditional path when it comes to your career. Whether it means implementing certain systems like career hopping or staying at your current job, but doing something called quiet quitting.
Quiet quitting is this thing where I don't quit the job, but I basically will dial back my effort and give you the minimum. So you pay me to do this job and I will do the basic minimum amount to do the job, where you can't really fire me because I'm not really doing anything badly or wrong, but I'm also not going above and beyond at all.
We've realized that we do not have to work ourselves into the ground in order to be able to pay our bills. And another thing is that a lot of us are really into passion, like the things that make us tick. What are we passionate about? And on social media, we've seen time and time again, people take their passions and what they love doing and making them full-on careers. All the information that you will need to either start a business, become an influencer, or whatever it is that you want to do when it comes to following a non-traditional career path, all the information is available online for you. So if I've seen my peers do it time and time again, then why can't I? A lot of us don't want to sit around and wait for things to happen in our lives. We want to make it happen. And that also means redefining success, redefining what success meant to us in the past and still now for some. Having that senior title at a corporate job and having the corner office and driving the Mercedes or whatever it is, having the big home for your family was a symbol of status and success. Whereas a lot of Gen Z and younger people, for one, either don't want to buy a home, don't care about the labels, the job titles, the corner office, the bragging rights. And also, a lot of us are also realizing that being able to buy a home in this economy may not even be feasible. And a lot more people are opting out of having children. So it's like, why do I need this super cushy, stable job for this life that I'm not striving for? It gives us a bit more flexibility in a lot of ways. We get to define what being successful means to us on our own terms. And for a lot of us, that means flexibility, being able to travel on your own schedule, of peace of mind, happiness, mental clarity, stillness, passion, work-life balance. Because a lot of us grew up watching our parents and grandparents suffer and struggle. And now we're choosing self-preservation, simply put. And I know there's gonna be some people out there that say,
well, if you don't want to be overworked or you don't like the company you're at, just go to a company that has the culture that you're looking for.
Well, the thing about that is that whenever a company is really doing well by their employees, the employees don't leave, okay? Those companies are rarely hiring. Why would I leave my cushy job that pays me a livable wage, doesn't overwork me, gives me time to travel? I mean, why would they, you know? Those jobs are few and far in between, if we're being honest. That was just a disclaimer, because I already know somebody's gonna say that in the comments. Corporate America isn't just losing Gen Z. They're driving us away. Gen Zers aren't afraid of hard work. We're afraid of wasting our lives in the same way previous generations did. Now, if we go back to the original question, Why are Gen Zers quitting corporate America in droves? I would argue that Gen Zers aren't quitting corporate America. Corporate America quit on their employees a long time ago, and Gen Zers are the ones that are waking up and finally realizing. I would say it's less quitting and more so adapting to a larger issue that doesn't seem like it's going to be getting better anytime soon. And that's the truth. Do you work in corporate America? If so, what are your views on it? And if you left corporate America, I would love to hear your opinions on it, because I might be following you soon, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to hit the like button. I know it's a lot of stuff to hit, but they're all right next to each other. Boom, boom, boom. Very simple. And if you like the channel, don't be afraid to support my Patreon. Link will be in bio. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.